Module 4, Starting a Georeferencing Project. We're now going to open ArcGIS and connect to the data that you've copied over to your desktop and bring in the data to begin actually georeferencing. First, go to the Start button in the lower left-hand corner of your screen, click on that, and then click on the All Programs button. We're going to find GIS, click on that, and you'll see our first two choices are the two parts of ArcGIS, which I'll explain in a moment. I'm going to open ArcMap, and I'm going to ask you to do this in our lab class. This opens the ArcGIS program and will take us to the mapping part of the program. We want to choose not any preset templates which are available over here. We want to start with a blank map because we're going to be creating something from scratch. This gives us the ArcMap interface. ArcMap is the part of ArcGIS where you work with data and you make maps. The other part of ArcGIS, ArcCatalog, is accessed through this button here. Looks like a little tiny file cabinet. And if we open this, this is the part of ArcGIS where the program draws connections or digital links out to the data that you're using. When you're working in ArcMap, until you publish the data, you're actually working through links back to where the data are stored. So what we need to do to start this project is make that first vital connection out to where the data are, which is in the folder on your desktop. To do that, you go to the Connect to Folder button in the ArcCatalog list of operations up top. We're going to go to the desktop, and there we see AK GeoRef Demo. Click on that and click OK. That then makes that connection part of the table of contents in ArcCatalog, and if you click on the plus button, it drops down and shows us, there's the Bonner map. Now remember, we saw Boston Hydro as many different file types. Here we have it all bundled together as a single shapefile. Likewise, a single Boston satellite image and so forth. To begin the georeferencing process, we need to establish the projection for the data frame as a whole. This is the key reason why you want to bring in your reference data first before you bring in your historical map. Because I'm going to be working primarily with roads, I am going to bring in the EOT roads _35 line layer. You just click on it, hold down the left button on your mouse into the layer table of contents and let go. And that gives me my first layer. You always want to bring in your reference data first. And let's pause for just a moment to look for the projection. You'll remember one of my tips for reference data is to choose data that has a good projection. Let's see what the projection is for this data. You'll find projection information in the Layer Properties under the Source button. We have a shapefile feature class. There's the name of it with the line of directions out to where the data lie. And here under Projected Coordinate System, we have NAD, North American Datum, 1983, State Plane, Massachusetts. And the actual projection, the kind of projection these data have, is called Lambert Conformal Conic. The Lambert Conformal Conic projection is frequently used for large regional areas, for parts of the United States, for example, and state plane coordinates are a well-established system of reference for places within states. So this is an excellent projection for working with Greater Boston. Once again, to find that information about the projection, you put your cursor on the data, you right-click, you go down to Properties, and then you select the Source tab.